Hola, mi gente. It's your man, Flex McGhee, sitting in for the Afrorican Orlando Crespo. One time. Giving you the rice and beans. Know what I mean? What a slide. Hey.
You know what it is. Cauliflower with the chicken. Get your little paint with that little seasoning with some reasoning. I go on one day ones with me.
Uh-oh.
Way back. 96 BHS.
Hey, we in here.
Tell the people who you is.
Yeah, Mike Rob, Southside, baby, College Park.
All right.
You know what it is.
Coming up.
Take it on, bro.
He's still working on that band.
What we doing?
Coming up.
Oh.
We miss you, dog.
Indeed, Afrorican.
Let's go, let's go.
What's happening, everybody? Hey, we appreciate y'all coming back, man. We had a hell of a time last weekend.
Good show.
And I think everybody's been hitting my phone crazy. Oh, man, y'all been cutting up. And they was like, oh, man, it was refreshing, though. With all the heavy stuff we got going on.
Shout out to Tam.
Yeah, Tam came through that time, you know. So we just want to have a little fun. We like to touch on the real stuff, but we like to have fun, too. So today we're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay.
You know, a little razzle-dazzle.
Let's go,
like
Maestro.
to say.
Let's
Okay?
go, Maestro.
What I want to do is I want to start my man Mike.
What's going on?
You know, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you think you're here today.
Shit, big homie, you know. I know why I'm here. You thought I was going to come here and start something.
Mr. Robbins.
Mr. Robbins.
Nah, I ain't here to start nothing. Hey, I'm just here to hang out with your boys and, you know, share some knowledge and see what y'all got going on. And if I can have some input or get something out of it, hey, I'm here for the whole thing.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But you I think a lot of people miss, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Come on with it.
You
look back.
You look
back on me my first time.
You look high yellow, so you know what I mean? You look high yellow.
I got my own section.
Start shooting early.
This y'all thing.
Hold back. Start shooting early.
I think the climate is ready for that right now.
I had to start it like that because I remember one day you was posting about, you know, some basketball skills. And I was like, this guy ain't never played basketball.
Come on.
What the little Fisher Price go?
Jordan Chambers.
Don't get technical.
But everybody knew what your sport was. Tell us what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I played baseball since I was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you get into it like that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it was because Pops, you know.
Yeah.
My dad, his dad played. I've been hitting the baseball since I was 3, so organized 4 or 5. Pastor Troy was my first baseman.
Yeah.
Shout out to Troy, P. Troy. Hey,
Shout out.
First baseman over there, Red Oak. Red Oak Yankees, 5 years old, you know.
Okay. I was at Welcome All with them Phillies.
Yeah.
T-ball though.
Yeah, that was Welcome All. It was
T-ball.
Welcome All.
We doing that. I was at McCarthy Park, man, with them Twins, them Yankees. I played with the Phillies. I played all the.
How long you played?
I played from the time I was 5 all the way. I think I stopped at like 13. Then I played again my last 2 years of high school.
Okay.
So that's my sport too. You know?
So, but coming up in Little League, most of the parts you played were black.
Yes, back then,
predominantly
absolutely
black.
Okay.
It was mixed, but we had a lot of. It was majority us back then. I mean, so we had some Spanish and we had some white.
I give you a quick story. I don't know where it's gonna lead to, but I'll give you a quick story. All right, yeah. Coming up, playing College Park, Red Oak, Old National Little League. You know, say up until 8. You know, I was doing my thing. You know, so when our team, maybe from College Park, Southside, gets to the district or state, you know, that was good for us.
Right.
You know, we get put out or whatever. Hey, that was accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Fayette County, you know, they notice you now.
Yeah.
All right. They notice you. They see what you're doing. They're still in the tournament. So what they do, they handpicking from the guys from the South Side.
Make that seem better.
Yeah. Now they get 2 draft picks to go up further.
Right.
Yeah.
And this with kids.
8 years old. Yeah. I mean, it happened in the tournaments back then. Now it's more travel ball.
Okay.
But park tournaments, that's how you play. You want to get to the World Series.
Oh.
Yeah.
How important do you think organized sports is for kids?
Oh, I think it's real important. It teaches you to come together, work as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like and also it teaches you discipline. You know, I think the one thing that baseball really did for me was, and that competitive edge that I had in me, I was able to focus that into something other than fighting. When I was young, you know, I mean, just being honest,
You just
man.
wanted to fight.
Like, you know, it's not even about just wanting to fight. It just gives you somewhere to
That
place
energy.
that energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it even about the kids anymore? It's my only problem with it. Because
He
you
all
know,
doing what he do.
because you got coaches out here, man. This is what I hear because I don't have any kids at that age no more. But coaches want to be in on Sunday and, you know, Monday night football. They want to be there too. So they not even teaching these kids really. They doing what they got to do so they can get to the next level. From what I'm hearing, like I hear that AAU sucks. I'm hearing, you know, these kids they don't have the fundamentals
Right.
to play. They athletic.
Just passing them along.
Yeah, and so, but is that for their benefit, or is it for the coach?
I think it's real evident in football right now.
Very.
Yeah. I finished on that Fayette County story. Like I said, when they pick you up to go further with them, like I got picked up twice, 7 and 8. I went to the World Series with Fayette County Pirates.
Okay.
12 years old, they picked me up to go to Southeastern Regional Tournament, Memphis, Tennessee. That's when I was 11. So at 12, we say, well, you know what? Hey, let's go play with those guys during the regular season, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we drive down there, you know, past Holyfield House, you know, down to Fayetteville.
Yeah.
So, you know, we think we're going, hey, y'all know us, right? Y'all remember us, right? Yeah, they remember us. But you know what? You can't play here because you don't live in the county.
You don't live in the county.
What?
See, absolutely.
See,
Wow.
Zoning,
Zoning.
and,
Whew.
hey, you know, that's a whole nother issue with,
Oh yeah,
with
that's tax dollar.
with segregation and racism that's behind the door. You know?
Right.
That's,
That red
It's not
line.
violent and physical.
It's
just,
redlining. Yeah.
You don't get to just come tell us you playing with us.
Yeah.
But if we select
If
you
we select you,
on
You
our
can come play.
ascension,
We'll find
Right.
a way to get you in here.
we'll get you over here.
But other than that, nah, you
That's
don't live in
privilege.
it. Dang, that's crazy, man.
Pick which one of you Negroes.
But that's important that a lot of the stuff we don't see. A lot of people don't understand that. It ain't in your face.
it's like a sport. It's like
Do they
it's
not
like a
see it?
business now though.
How can you not see this stuff in today's world? Like, y'all know I don't want to get upset early.
I mean, but that's
How can you not see this stuff? We cannot acknowledge it. We can
Right.
pretend like it doesn't happen. But one thing we have to stop is letting people say, "Oh, I didn't see it. I don't see
but
that."
you know, I'm happy that you said that because I just had a conversation the other day.
Yes, sir.
And I said, you telling me somebody my age can say, and I'm 42. Not 42.
42.
There it is.
you
There
go.
it is.
That's my brother.
You can tell me that they didn't know that black people was going through hell out in these streets. That they can say, oh, I didn't know.
Hey, you talking about people of our?
I'm talking about white people.
Oh, white people.
I'm
yeah.
talking about white people. I ain't scared. I'm talking about white people. Like,
Right.
to say that you just didn't know. Rodney King got beat 92.
Right.
Right. But see, that's why they handpicked the cream of the crop Negro, you know, for the poster child for them accepting us when they're really not accepting us at that point. They're using you. Sammy Davis Jr. was in a Rat Pack, what?
For
Shit. 50s, what years was that?
Man, forever.
That
Yeah.
was way before
He was
King
an original.
shot.
Yeah.
He was an original.
The whole
member
Rat Pack
for
was
the Rat
white.
Pack. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So why was he accepted? Because his skills was Sammy Davis Jr. You couldn't look past that.
Right.
But the average Negro, I'm gonna need you to get handled like average Negro.
But the average Negro is better than I don't want to. Let me get this together. Our average is still better than their mediocre.
Absolutely.
Because you have to be better
Because you
to
against
be mediocre in our society, just to make it in their society.
right.
Right.
So we're not getting ready to like. I don't want to
understand
blow up. Yeah, I don't want to blow up on that. But I'm just saying, like, yo, everybody knows it ain't a person sitting in this room that didn't get that conversation. You got to be twice as better than they are in
the
order
start.
for you to succeed.
From the start.
So our average is their mediocre. Like it's better than their mediocre.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the advice from,
Yes, sir.
from Pops was, if you're going to be equal with the white boy, why would they pick you?
Right.
Why wouldn't they pick Johnny
Yeah.
if you're equal? Now,
gotta
if you're
be
better
better.
than Johnny, they
Yeah.
got a reason to pick you.
Mm-hmm.
They're never going to pick you just to give you a shot.
Yeah.
Oh no, ain't that don't happen. You got to be extraordinary.
Yeah, and that's what society is, right? Like that's what it's been my entire life.
Yeah,
my parents' life.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they don't want to look at it.
Why would they? Power only concedes the power.
Right. They don't want to look at it.
And if we don't have no power to actually make them understand what's going on, that's why everything's going on so crazy right now. Not to jump ahead, but that's what the issue is.
Right.
So now what everybody's doing who understands that philosophy is they're saying, I didn't know. I didn't say, get the fuck out of here.
Like I can't stomach that.
Right. Right.
Fuck you mean you ain't know? And then this is what pisses me off. You say you didn't know, and then some stupid motherfucker give you the answer instead of telling you where to go read.
Right.
Go research. I had to.
Right.
I had to.
But what's gonna get them the initiative to do that?
Oh, today's society. You ain't been walking around lately? White people nice than a motherfucker.
When shit start
It's
burning,
scaring me though,
let's keep it
man.
100.
It's scaring me.
when stuff start burning,
Hey, man.
not to advocate that, but let's just be honest.
But that's real.
Yeah.
Do you think
Right.
the day after Martin Luther King got shot, everything was okay?
No, it happened immediately. All them cities started burning immediately.
It was 13 days, I think they said.
Black Panthers existed after that,
Before the Civil Rights Act passed. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I want to say it was 13 days and like 108 cities were rioting.
Well, no, that was the second part. That was the original Civil Rights Act was passed 3 years prior. But that part was the Fair Housing Act of the Civil Rights.
Okay.
I got checked on that. But that's when I did. So it's another part of the Civil Rights Act. It was the fair housing. What we was just talking about with the zoning. That's when they passed that to say y'all can no longer do this stuff after he got killed and all of the riots. So that was part of it.
And my apologies for not having that correct. But what I'm saying is if MLK, who was a national leader, it took 13 days for them to get that together. Man, this might go on for 6-7 months.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, the looting and rioters, they bust the door open for the peaceful protesters. Now the peaceful protesters had an avenue. The whole world is looking. I don't know who was rioting, who looting. If it was infiltrators, if it was dudes from the block.
I don't know about that.
Something happened.
That's hard for me to agree to that.
What part of it?
That opened the door. That opened the door for the peaceful, because the peaceful protest, it's a way to peacefully protest without having to tear up something and still make some changes. So say whatever the building that you go in and out of every day where y'all doing this, and we get 100 people to stand at the front door every day and not let these people come through here. At some point, they're gonna have to listen to us. They're gonna have to say, all right, whatever. Now, after we leave, and then people start tearing up. Now, I agree to the extent of it brings more attention to what's going on. Right. But I don't necessarily feel like that opens the door for what the peaceful protesters are doing.
Fear is what's happening. It's one thing to have a group of black people upset. That's cool. That's isolated.
Right.
Where you can't walk nowhere without thinking that it might get set off one more time.
Right.
That's fear. Fear brings change, dog.
In reality, not to cut you off, Ralph.
I like that you did that, though.
Because that's what he do all the time. He got a little taste of his own medicine.
That's a Ralph move.
We got a little competition too. But look, now the thing is, I mean, even here, it's 4 guys. You know, we fall all under the umbrella of being friends, co-workers, skin color.
We comrades, bro.
Right.
You know, but I can't make you react to a situation the way I react to a situation.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
And because I'm rational and may handle a situation more calmly, I got partners as GDs and people that we know on the street and just a different cat. Period.
It doesn't up from the gun.
I don't know how he's gonna react, and I'm not gonna tell him right now how to react.
Right.
You know, this is movement too.
Right.
Who are we to tell somebody else how to
react?
You know, we cannot agree with the violence and the looting, but if we not actually out there leading the charge for our young people, I don't think this up for us. We definitely can't criticize.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? At this point, man, like the way I look at it, either they burning down buildings and cities because y'all won't burn down the infrastructure that's of systemic racism.
Yes, indeed.
If we want to burn something, Let's burn down the infrastructure of systemic racism.
Right. Yeah.
And we can burn that down to the ground.
Right.
They ain't gonna do that.
No.
They ain't
You
gonna
know
do
why
that.
they're not going to do
They ain't
that?
gonna do that.
Because then all of a sudden the privilege, it forces
they ain't
you
gonna
to
do that.
change.
Right.
And they ain't
Like,
doing that.
I hear a
ain't
lot of
doing
people
that.
talking about, and
'Cause
we
that
are
carpet
way
been
off,
laid for
but
them.
I hear a lot of people talking about getting back to normal. Normal's not acceptable for us anymore.
It never has been.
There's a new norm that needs to be agreed to. We're not eating that bullshit no more. I'm cussing today. I apologize.
It don't matter. I cuss every show.
Yeah, we ain't looking for handouts.
Mike, you was down there though. You went down there to some of the. Tell us the
Face to face.
Yeah, how was it? What was the energy like?
It gives you an opportunity to speak for the people who didn't want to get out of bed or who was at work or who wanted to be able to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it gives you the opportunity to say what you wanted to say to the
Right.
police. You ain't have to curse. You didn't have to disrespect them. But why is it 4 black ones on the front line talking to us? First of all, our issue wasn't even with them. Bring the white cops out here.
Is it a
see what I'm
difference?
saying?
This is the difference. We just talked about this.
Yeah, we had this
We
conversation.
just
I'm
had to
glad.
talk about
Yeah.
this. You got all lives. You got blue lives.
Mm-hmm.
You got pet lives. You got the alphabet lives. The rainbow lives.
Uh-oh.
Then you got black lives. When a black man becomes
Or a woman.
or a woman becomes blue, they're not black anymore.
Right.
Ooh, Ralph. Hold on, Ralph. Hold on. Hit something. Hit a button. Hit something.
We just
Give Ralph a chance.
We just
You can
just
take
had
it back.
this.
You can take it back.
Why?
Do you understand by that statement?
absolutely.
Repeat it.
When a black man or a woman
I like this.
becomes
Yes.
blue, they're not black anymore.
All right. Ralph said that.
Oh, absolutely. I stand.
But you said that like you got a rebuttal to
I'm
it.
ten. I'm 10
You
toes
don't?
down on
No,
that.
You know what?
I'm 10 toes down on
Do
that.
you agree or do you? I'm sorry, brother.
Go
Do
ahead.
you agree with it or are you just saying I'm gonna let you have it?
Yeah, that's his.
No.
Why y'all
said,
want me to
he said, do
disagree
you
with that?
agree or
Yeah,
disagree?
yeah. Feet
It's
to the
okay
fire,
to
baby.
disagree. We're
Baby
not
bro.
going to bite your head off,
That's
man.
like celebrities.
This
man.
is good.
Feet to the
That's
fire.
crazy. Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Whoa.
Yo, that's crazy. That's just crazy.
Wow.
No, I mean that's deep because we want to say that's the truth, but then
We can't hear. We don't have to want to.
Yeah, like who?
I mean,
Is somebody watching you right now?
in Florida.
See, but
Is somebody
Escambia
watching?
County Police years. I can't say she wasn't black anymore. I'm not gonna say she ain't. I'm gonna let Ralph speak for that. That's what I'm gonna let Ralph
He
stand
didn't
on
say
that.
she wasn't black anymore.
You can't change
say-
that. But I think the priority changes is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what a lot of us in the black community feels like. Once you I got friends that are cops.
I agree.
I got black friends that are
so
cops.
why?
I agree.
But
with
what
but-
happens
but
is
when I say-
when they choose their side, do they choose the community or do they choose their job?
When somebody say fuck the police, they don't point out which ones they talking about. They say fuck the police.
And how many times have black people had been harassed by black cops showing off in front of
And white cops. In front of white
Dude,
cops.
I've called the police and been to jail. Called them for me. and then they, hey, turn around, sir. Seatbelt violation. So yeah. I don't disagree with Ralph. That's what I say. Say it again, so y'all know who said it. But I'm not against.
I don't know. It just feel like you kind of like on that wave board on the fence.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
look,
and I just want to
Hey.
shake the ground real
I
quick
got
and let you
fa-
fall
I
on the
got
side.
friends.
He's swerving.
I got friends.
He's swerving.
I got friends on Facebook.
He's swerving. Yeah, we
The
got
police
some.
friends.
Yeah, we got some police
they-
friends.
Yeah,
on
they done
Facebook.
deleted me.
Why?
He be going at
They
their
picking
head.
you-
though.
what Ralph
He
saying
be
is
going at
true.
their
They
head.
picking sides.
Yeah, they
And
go at his
and
head.
See,
Yeah.
what if all the black police went on strike? What if they
Oh,
just
did
went
they?
on strike?
To answer that easily, they become niggas too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hate to say it
But
like
but
that.
that's real.
But like, let's be real, man. Them same cops that came from our communities, if you wasn't pledged in with them, then you one of us.
Pledged in.
That's what it is, man.
They took an oath.
You pledged in.
So either
And I'm not saying this on some all cops are bad. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
it's somebody
yeah,
out
yeah.
there right now that's trying to make it seem like it's
we
something
ain't
else.
saying that.
That's not what
I'm
we
not
said.
saying
Ain't
that.
you tired of making that 1A, 1B statement?
No, it's
Fuck
not that
police, but I ain't saying they all bad.
No, I'm not because it's still fuck the police. It's
Right.
always been that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what they are and who, like the whole infrastructure of what the police is they put that shit on our necks. That's why we can't breathe as a community.
You know why I never stopped saying that For my 42 years, I've always heard black men are lazy. For my 42 years.
Y'all old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
get it.
I had lazy days, but I'm nowhere near lazy. So if I can be classified because I'm black as lazy, I can roll my mouth and say, fuck the police just because you a cop. Because it's cool to say it to me. Why it ain't cool to say it for anybody else?
Especially if they
Because you
speak out.
black. You don't get that same.
But I'm just saying, like, you see what I'm saying?
You
Like,
don't get that same
like, you know what I'm saying?
consideration. You don't get to say what they say.
But let's go back to the list.
You not white, bro. That's white privilege.
Let's go back to the list, how I put it out there to you, though. Why are we still last? And we ain't last because I put it last. That's how we looked at it in society.
Right.
Is it because we ask for equality instead of competition?
What you mean? I understand that this ain't the forum for no nonsense. What you talking about?
Yeah.
We need all. And you can't throw that out on here.
Yeah. This table here.
Because I'm about to eat that up.
When whoever settled over here, the Europeans, Columbus, whoever settled over here, and
Columbus wasn't.
Okay, whoever
Okay.
came over on those boats,
Okay.
and came in contact with the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Did the white man want to be equal with the Indians, or did he see competition and I need to go ahead and do what I need to do to them so my people of this race can have this land? See, black people are trying to fight to be equal with the white man, and he knows it's a competition. See, so the game is already in his corner. He's watching the game different angle because you don't even know it's a game. You just trying to get in.
Okay.
So what you kind of saying is we looking for a fair playing field
Instead of
in a situation
just
where they
taking
looking
instead
like
of
the
conquering.
dominant.
But
Yeah,
they own the field.
Yeah, stay free.
Right.
How is it ever gonna be fair in your house if I'm the guest? You still come first,
Right.
right? I don't hold a remote in your house. You may say what you want to watch. Now you allow me to watch something.
I'm glad you said that because when women, don't touch my radio when you get in the car.
Stay focused. Stay focused. No. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Don't
commercial.
touch my radio. Don't touch my radio when you get in the car,
Y'all
right?
heard that? Sean said, "Don't
touch
touch
my
his
radio when you get in
But
the car."
he know I'm peacefully protesting in my house just to be here. Hey,
Shout out to the peaceful protest right here in the soundproof bunker room. Thank you.
I'm glad you can make it, Mike. That's
sir.
what I'm gonna say on that, man. But yeah, that was deep. I like how you spent that around and broke it
I
down.
didn't know where he was going.
Me neither.
You know what?
He broke it down.
You know what kind of happened? Ain't what kind of happened. What happened? The American dream.
I mean, it was.
We believed it.
Oh yeah.
We believe.
so it's the American lie or the American dream?
Well, it's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
their dream.
Capitalism.
You're just not able to achieve that.
That's why I said
most cases. Well, you can, but you're just gonna have to work like twice as hard. Like
Just to get it.
saying.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
we're
I'm
used
saying?
to doing that.
But you want a house,
And that's why they're scared of us because they know
2.5 kids and a white picket fence.
that's why they're scared of us. They know if we had the same playing field they did, they would be inferior.
Yeah.
They know that because we work twice as hard
I mean,
just
to
to
keep
get.
it a buck, when have white people went anywhere in the history of the world and lived and coexisted with just the land?
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like this is, and that's not. I mean, I could be
question.
wrong. Yeah.
What's going on in Australia? They never talk about Australia. There's black people over there, right?
Black people everywhere.
Aborigines, whatever.
Yeah.
They never talk about them.
Why would they? Why would they let you think that you was connected to somebody else somewhere else?
Right. We didn't exist.
Why?
We were animals.
You still an animal. That's why Breonna Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all just see what came out with her?
Yeah.
They fired the cop.
Fired the cop.
Sent the 10 shots in there.
Yeah.
The chief of police, and he came out. I forget his name, but he came out and said something. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to the effect that it was reckless for him to go in there and letting off shots blindly and
Just him?
wanton.
Yeah. They
Just him.
just
him.
Just the one.
So this is 3 months. It took you 3 months to understand that.
Right.
And ain't no charges.
Right.
No, they
They
just-
If I go
fired
shoot
them.
somebody,
They
if
just
I
fired them.
let 10 shots go in
10?
somebody's house today, you think
going-
I'm going home for 3 months to chill to think about it?
Hell no, you going to jail.
Tonight.
Even if you ain't hit nobody, you
I
going
ain't
to
even gotta hit
jail.
But
nobody.
if he didn't do anything wrong, why did you fire him?
Well, he did do something, but you got to understand, man.
See,
it's
what I'm saying, so if he
politics.
did something wrong, you fire him and charge him. Either
Right.
he's 0 or
They not gonna do
100.
that. They not
See what
gonna
I'm
do
saying? Like,
Yeah, they ain't gonna.
that's like OJ getting off over here in court, but you find him in civil court,
Civil
30
court
something
took
million
all,
dollars.
yeah, took all the money.
I
He
didn't do
did
it.
something wrong.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
Right.
If I ain't
Okay.
do it, why I gotta pay?
Why I
for
got to
it?
pay for it?
So
Yeah.
I definitely understand.
Convenient.
That. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Breonna Taylor, man. We
Yeah,
got to
that's
get justice
bad.
for her.
That's
Absolutely.
Bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
First, the whack ass law they put in.
Yeah, I mean, they put a law. I get what they do. But see, all of this stuff that they doing now is the pacifiers. Between these, like, nonsense laws, between these, your big companies coming out saying how they support their employees, even though they got...
You don't want your shoes shine? I folks at Chick-fil-A, they said they shining shoes.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shining shoes at Chick-fil-A.
Don't do that.
Not at Chick-fil-A, but they were saying like,
Oh, son.
yeah.
No.
You all right, Mike?
You're not getting... Yo, we won't be pacified on this round.
I'm just telling you.
Like, that's the thing.
You didn't
like,
see the pictures of the folks out there shining folks
Yo,
shoes, the white folks.
We've been talking about one thing. I don't even know.
I'm changing
I'm
gears,
from
man.
Buffalo. We
Yeah, I
just
mean,
got
I'm on my
Chick-fil-A.
bike
Yo,
today, man. I
We
don't
don't
know
even
what
rock with Chick-fil-A.
I'm
That's
changing.
y'all's- that's
I'm
dope.
changing
I
my
don't
gears
even do
today.
sweet tea.
We've been hearing
from the
labels.
South.
We've been
I know
hearing
sweet
labels getting switched around all fucking week. And Jemima,
Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Ben, all
Yeah.
that
They
shit.
do that.
Oh, the Gator chop.
They pulling them
all
off.
that- all
Yeah,
these-
all of this
all
stuff
these-
they pulling off.
All
They
these
pulling
simple
them off.
Yeah,
fixes.
that's for
Stupid.
years.
Yeah.
But
come
don't
on.
nobody change legislation.
Or the policies in their company. You got big companies coming out talking about how they support their employees, but their entire infrastructure of their company is set up on
It's
racism.
set up
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, don't send me no bullshit empathetic letter
Yo, that
and
shit-
change your policies.
Yeah.
Right.
They won't do
You know, and you're not gonna talk to the black people in your jobs that matter. The people who are you've already deemed as a problem. You're not gonna talk to them.
Right.
You're gonna talk to the people who gonna go along with whatever you say.
Yeah.
Yes, a master boss. I'm here for you.
Keep my family, my family.
Come on, man. Like it's disgusting. You know what I mean? But we at some point as black people, we gotta step up and say no.
Enough is enough.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Like now, even now they
we
talk.
we can't be tired. We got to be sick of the shit and actually put one foot in front of the other to make sure shit get done. See, that's the problem. And I'm gonna say it with us is that we be mad for a minute.
That's because we tired though.
but
We are. But
but-
now we gotta be energized.
Yeah, you got to be.
I'm tired.
You got to be
Well,
so tired
I
that you
think-
can't give up though.
I think it's because you're right. It's a lot of energy revving up, and then like you say, so where the car going? At some point,
Ain't no
somebody
plan.
gonna be like, okay,
And that-
hold on.
and
That's why I don't
Pull
knock the
over,
young boys
pull
for
over,
burning everything
pull over.
down.
Let's see where
Because
are we
I ain't
going?
the person with a plan. That's why I
What
don't
do
knock
you
them.
want? What do you want? That's what I
Change.
said. Do you want to be equal or do you want competition?
Right.
It's a way to get both of them,
Yeah.
but you got to know what you want.
Can we
You
just
don't
get
just
equal
get in the car,
competition?
Right.
burn gas up. It's expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost something. Somebody gonna lose something instead of gaining. Like, I mean, where we going? Who the leader?
You the leader, brother. We
I'm
following
here
you.
with y'all.
But
We following you. Shit.
He said, but
Don't get me fired up today. I'm ready.
But that's real though, because who is the leader? We got a lot of organizations out here, but nobody has took the lead.
Can I say something about leadership
No,
though?
I don't know.
What you
go ahead.
mean?
I don't know what he about to say. Go ahead.
Even in civil war, I think a lot of people respected Martin Luther King. They respected Malcolm X.
That's good.
But they respected him
For
like
different reasons.
greater
Yeah.
after they died.
Absolutely.
We need to start giving our leaders, because there's leaders out here right now.
Absolutely.
We need to start giving our leaders flowers now.
But we need to start backing them more.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant when I said that.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of what's going, we have people out here leading the fight, but you know, we looking, what this nigga talking about?
Right.
And we looking at them side eye, but from the house.
And it's not listening to what they saying though.
Right.
That oh shit.
Told him about that.
But we're not listening. Like, I just watched a young lady, and I can't think of her name. She just gave such an emotional feel on how she felt on the whole thing. And she not in every household, but I guess she's like, she ain't just a black lady I seen on TV. I can't think of her name. But this lady is like, she's an activist, and she out there.
Okay.
But the push for her to be out there ain't there because, like he said, we sitting at home like, what the fuck she talking about?
All right.
And ain't nobody saying, you know what? Let me find out a way.
What's she talking about? Let me
What she talking about, and how can I get involved to help her?
Mm-hmm.
But people have been talking for a long time. I mean, we've been talking. Like, what is the plan? You know, I think one division, like you said, Martin Luther King and Malcolm, but now you got Christian and Muslim. I believe you can agree physically or politically without having to agree spiritually, right? A Christian, Muslim, atheist, we all got to stop at the same stop sign.
Right.
That's political, right?
Right.
Come on, McGhee.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I hope I'm following, but, and I hope I'm following. Bro, we black. So they beating Muslims' asses like they beating Christians' asses, like they beating atheists' asses. So at some point, and I understand we all might believe in different paths, but there's a mutual thing that's happening here. And that's we getting our ass whooped.
That's what he was saying.
But
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's what he was
saying. So what the difference in what he's saying and what Flex saying is, we getting our ass whooped as black people.
Period.
Right.
They don't know when they bust you in the head if you're a Christian.
They don't care.
Or you're a
Right.
Muslim. They don't know. They don't know.
So is he more so saying
Our problem is, and we doing
within
it,
ourselves?
we doing it now is that we this separation.
I'm
shit.
not fighting with somebody that look like me.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like the problem is, like we got all these fucking agendas going on right now.
Yeah.
We getting our ass whooped as black people. That everybody got that same thing in common. Stick with that.
Right.
All this other shit, that ain't the time. It's not the time.
True.
And I do agree with that in a way. Like I think everything has its place in this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your religious belief or your gender belief or whatever your belief, there's a place in this.
There's a gender belief?
Man, listen.
You can believe in a gender?
Yeah.
That's just the one you was born with?
I don't know if you've been like connected to lately.
Can I believe into a bunny? Can I?
Yeah.
Hey man.
Can I believe? Well, I could believe into like a
What?
Yeah.
a pit bull right now.
Say what?
Oh man. but for real, like regardless of what that is, I think that one thing that has to pull us together is the fact that we gotta teach our children about this racial inequalities that are happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So regardless of the other stuff that we teaching and we preaching, at the end of the day, our lives are in jeopardy because we are being targeted.
Right.
So what are we gonna do about that? You know, me and you might not agree spiritually.
That's right.
But we have to in the physical realm, this is something that is a problem for us.
Absolutely.
For all of us.
For all of us. So how do we deal with that? And that is something that, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think that our religious leaders are going to be on board with that at all. Like, you're not going to get Christians who come up to Farrakhan and say, let's just pull it together, brother.
Yeah, nah. Because it's so deeply rooted.
Yeah. It's not going to happen.
That's a good point.
But those of us
But that was
who
my whole
understand.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Nah. You came right.
Hey,
You came back full circle.
He like the sharpshooter, be up in the building about 3 miles away.
Came back full circle, right?
You know, he got to hold his breath. Put
that goddamn long distance scope down and bring your ass to the front line with the rest of us right
like
quick.
Sean said, we do it within ourselves by mistake. You see a person on TV talking, oh, that's Al Sharpton, oh, I'm Muslim, I don't listen.
Right.
Like you say, oh, that's Farrakhan, I'm Christian, I don't listen.
That's learned behavior.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's deeply rooted.
It's learned behavior.
Like at some point, like you say, to come together under that umbrella of black, you gotta have one plan and some leaders.
Because I'm one. I don't care for Farrakhan, but he says a lot of things that make a lot of sense. That is great for the community, for us as a people. I know y'all want to say something about that. I don't like Farrakhan. Now,
Why?
Why? Let me tell you why.
Boy, oh boy.
Why you hold on.
Man.
Why you didn't ask him to say that shit?
I'm gonna tell you why.
What we talking about? What was the statement?
He don't believe in Farrakhan.
I didn't say I don't believe in him. I said I don't like him.
He don't like.
I don't like him, but I agree I agree with a lot of the things that he said.
Let's get down to it. Go ahead, bro.
I'm a huge Muhammad Ali fan.
Get your little rag.
Hold on. Huge Muhammad Ali fan. When he went through the hell he went through when he was with the nation, Farrakhan was involved. When it was time for them, he was supposed to go fight or something. They were supposed to back him financially. They disappeared. And Farrakhan was part of that little crew. Mm-hmm. And when he asked them about it, they act like they ain't know who they was talking to. Nah, brother, you good. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for you. Me personally, I deal on personal levels. Now, I don't know Farrakhan personally, but as me being a hero, Muhammad Ali being one of my heroes, I look at those things and I deal with how other people treat somebody that I admire. And that's why, and it's some other things that I've heard about.
Let us know what they are, please.
So what you about to do is say you heard.
Well, no, I mean, this is stuff that I've read.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And I would have to go back and pull it up some more.
It's hard for me to sit here and let you. It's hard for me to sit here.
But that's how I feel, though.
No, I understand. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for me to sit here and let you beat up on Farrakhan.
I didn't beat up on him. I just simply told you I didn't like him.
No, I didn't even know that fact.
I get it.
That's a new fact. I don't know about the Ali thing.
When Jesse Jackson went to run for president, Farrakhan was he sent the nation, we're going to protect you. Mm-hmm. Because what you're doing, Jesse Jackson is not Muslim.
At all.
So, but he was the person who came through with that, like, yo, we're going to protect you. Just recently, when the cops when Beyonce and Jay-Z had got into a situation, if they won't protect you, the FOI, we will protect you.
I don't think it's a Muslim Christian thing right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't like Farrakhan.
Come on, man. Yo, Farrakhan,
right,
Farrakhan is a national black hero. I'm gonna say that to the camera.
Absolutely.
A national black hero.
Absolutely.
Because he is somebody. Go ahead. You want to hit some buttons? Okay, I just want to make sure we got that in for him. Yeah, but what I'm saying, and I grew up Christian. You know what I'm saying? But he has always been about uniting us. It's been about unity. Mm-hmm. Like he's even coming off some of his more harsher stances to make sure he was more inclusive to us.
Absolutely.
I remember.
When have we?
Right.
I'll
give you credit.
Like Farrakhan been telling us about this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you know
why.
what I'm saying?
That's why it's so funny to
Forever.
me now, man. That people say, "Well, what Farrakhan got to say?" Farrakhan been.
He been saying. And just for the record, so everybody know, I'm gonna take this just July 4th, I believe it is. Farrakhan, I believe, is supposed to speak for his last time, July 4th. So be ready to tune in.
Where is it at?
I'm not sure. But I believe it's July 4th is the date that, matter of fact, I'll find out.
Yeah,
so
we can definitely find out.
Yeah, so we can post that. But black people, just tune in. He's talking about us coming up.
He does take as many offerings as the regular church.
I'm not saying, hey.
You know that.
I'm not saying he don't. I'm not saying he don't. But let me ask you a question.
Let me say this.
When the last time I don't know this because you might have TD Jakes and all them boys that y'all love. All these cats out here that's been touching kids and everything. When you see them, what they been doing?
What's the one on Old National?
Power. Pastor Dollar. Dollar.
Muhammad Holyfield ain't even got a house no more because of this dude.
I'm just saying.
I said.
When the last time y'all seen these people in your community actually? And I ain't saying they don't. I ain't saying they don't, and I'm not knocking none of these mega
I don't
churches.
see the Muslims doing nothing but selling bean pies at the corner too.
I'm out of this fight.
That's not true. But you do see them out, and
you know what happens.
You
know what happens.
You
know what happens when them brothers out there.
That's why I never had one.
Hold on.
You never had one because you aren't identified with what they talking about.
This is what the brothers do. Them brothers will sell you fruit, which is healthy for you. For the body. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. They will sell you fruit that's healthy for the body, and they will give you a book, a final call newspaper.
$2,
that's
donation.
Healthy for the mind. You know what we do? We roll our windows up. Matter of fact, what y'all do, you roll your windows up, and you act like you don't see them. But what you will do is go to Facebook and get that bullshit ass knowledge. Instagram. Hold on, let me finish. Google. Y'all will take that shit from the white man faster than y'all will take information from your own.
Because they black. Black people don't know nothing.
So let's not.
But you were just running crap on the ground and he black. Let me finish. You don't say that when it comes to them. They black.
Let me finish.
They black.
I could go in.
They black. So it ain't a black thing.
Where's Creflo Dollar currently? Where is he currently?
That spiritual division again.
I'm not Muslim. I'm not Muslim.
But you're a side.
And I'm not Muslim. What I'm siding with is people who actually are out here with their boots on the ground.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Christians.
Let me say this. Let me say this. When it comes to standing up for black people, I don't hear nobody more than I hear Louis Farrakhan. And it's very unapologetic what he say. It got so bad that they kicked him off
social media. Exactly.
And all he trying to do.
He's a man.
Hold on, let me finish it. All he trying to do is bring us together. That's it. That's all.
Let me play devil's advocate. When it comes to, like, say if I was a Christian and I wanted to align with him, has he been good with aligning? Like,
absolutely.
Okay.
I can put you next to a brother today that'll get you on that path quick. Okay. If that's the path you choose.
Define aligning.
I can turn that phone off right there. That's recording the episode. Make one phone call. We can shut this whole thing down and go to his house right now.
I'm saying align. What you say? A Christian aligning with him doing what?
Oh, you talking
like
about
just working alongside or going to the
mosque.
Point of
absolutely
of you know what I mean, just helping whatever the cause is. Like you said, the betterment of us. You found it?
I did.
Okay, the July betterment 4th. Of us as a race.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did they say what?
Oh yeah, July 4th or NOI.org.
You think the black preachers not for the betterment of
11
the race?
11 a.m. Eastern.
Absolutely, they are.
Okay, well,
absolutely. What I'm not doing. I'm not picking one over the other. But what I am stating though, and these is the only two eyes I got. But I ain't seen nobody stick up for the people
specifically
than the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Okay,
preach.
He is the most feared black man.
Okay.
That I ain't seen nobody like that.
I get it, bro.
He's feared because all he doing is telling you about what you can be as a people,
who you are, and what we can become
if you stop all this negativity towards each other.
But he knows the competition. See,
but he don't play by their rules.
Right. He knows the competition. We don't. He knows you got to fight and change the narrative.
Oh, yeah, we definitely fighting for the narrative to change.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's going on now. Like, people are changing the narrative as we speak. You know what I mean? And it might not be at massive proportions that we want to see, like, overnight. And I don't think that type of change happens overnight. But just the fact, like, yo, they tearing down these Confederate monuments. Like, yo, our old normal currently is changing. The stuff that they said that y'all just got to eat because we think it's cool, that shit's changing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's not going to happen overnight. You know what I mean? And it's not going to, as long as people is out here rioting and burning down buildings, they're going to continue to tear down their system. That's just what's going to happen. Or they're going to come in and annihilate us. But either way, I think we win. I believe that.
Good point.
Okay.
My bad, Sean. I ain't even get that heavy.
You saw I felt bad.
So I said, all right.
I'm usually in the middle of this. I said, I ain't going to do nothing. But since we talking about change, do you think society today is better off than what it was 20 years ago?
I'm going to swing that question to the guest first. I'll let it come back around.
You want me to go first?
I've been in the hot seat, so I already know. I've been there. I've been in your seat.
I got an insight on that, but Ralph, I think, had an answer to that.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Why don't you give us your insight, and then we'll roll to Ralph, and then we'll bring it back around, and we can, discuss it.
We'll work it out.
Please.
We're the same age. In the 80s, it was slim fit pants with the Michael Jackson jacket. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then in the 90s is when...
Yeah, the Jordache jeans.
In the 90s is when baggy came out.
Oversized T-shirts.
Hammer, all the way up to the oversized T-shirts and long tees, whatever. All right, fast forward to 2000s when Usher came back rocking the Michael Jackson jacket again. That trend came back the next 20 years.
Right.
To the fact that 2020, we back in slim fit jeans again.
Who is we?
Yeah.
Okay, the trend. Come on, you know how we do.
I can't fit those.
I've seen you. Come on.
Who is we?
I can't fit no tight
Show
jeans.
me.
Yeah, show me it's a tight jeans.
Ralph is in slim fit jeans.
Oh!
The 20-year trend. But you get it? We was in...
So what you saying, it's a cycle?
Bell bottoms was in the 70s.
And the women
the
bringing
odd
them
years
back.
was baggy. The even years is tight. like I said, the trend comes every 20 years. I don't know if our life has been different since 2000. That's a whole different question because even complaining about the president or whatever, I always ask people, your life as a person every day, where has changed physically every day besides going to the grocery store, putting gas in your car, buying your cigarettes, doing your yoga, working out, your social events. What really has changed has it affected you?
You finished?
So,
I'm looking at Ralph now.
did he answer? So you were just saying
He said
yes? Did he say yes, or you said it's a cycle?
He walked us around the
I
park.
wanted a summary because I told you he that sharpshooter.
Yeah,
from,
no, he walked
from
us
way,
around the
It's
park.
gonna
way
come
around
back
the corner.
around, but
Yeah.
He walked us around the park. That's what he said.
the question is, has our life changed in 20 years? I mean, up until the pandemic, maybe not.
Okay. So no. It hasn't.
There's no right or wrong.
Just kind of
answer, brother.
recite.
I don't
it's
see
just
it. I don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The 18th.
20 years.
You were 22.
Yeah.
No, young boys.
Deuce.
Out of states in 20
Oh,
years.
years of college.
And what he's saying, everything comes back around. Only thing that ain't left and came back around is the treatment of black people. So
Consistent.
Yeah,
Very consistent.
Yeah, so no, it hasn't. It hasn't changed. In fact, it got worse
Right.
because now we can actually turn on the
seeing
TV and see it.
They're recording it and they still not.
Versus hearing it heard in music where you don't know if it's real. Now you can turn on the TV and see that the shit real.
You know,
So in that aspect, yeah, it changed. It got fucking worse.
I don't think it got worse. I think the issue is it got worse judicially because this has always been happening to us, and now we see it, and the judicial system is doing nothing, and we can see it and prove that that y'all wrong, but the beatings and all of that stuff has been the same actually, and now we got people still getting lynched. You know what I mean? That's just jumped off again.
Oh yeah, for the record, man.
Come on now.
Black people don't hang
Suicide.
themselves.
You can't hang yourself.
Yeah, black people don't
Come
hang
on, we don't do
themselves.
that. You know what I mean?
Look, my dad said a white person to go to the tallest building, tie a rope around his neck, drink some Lysol, hold a knife, and jump into traffic. They're going to kill themselves when they're trying to do it. A black person go to the basement and jump up. We just want attention. Ain't nobody trying to get out of here like that. We struggling too hard.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Pops.
Hell yeah.
And I'm definitely going to pass that along.
Wow. But in that aspect, nah, it ain't changed.
Right. I feel you 100%. 100%. Y'all still heavy, man. Y'all got me like, man, I'm going to go out here. I'm probably going to put somebody in the headlock when I walk out this room today.
I just hope it's not me.
It might be you, man, because you try me a lot in Africa. Man, you try me a lot in Africa. You know what I mean?
And I'm still the king of the torture rack. And that, you know what's wild? That's just one move. I got sharpshooters. I got power bombs, power drivers. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no ropes, man.
We've been working on that demolition shit too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Y'all been doing tag team
just
scenarios.
letting you know
Y'all got
I'm ready,
routine.
And Crespo.
And Crespo ain't here. I'm letting you know I'm ready.
But
Shout out to Crespo again, brother.
what
We
did-
miss you.
yeah, what did you have to say on that?
I just when it comes to have things changed, I think that what the only thing has changed that is that people now they're recording stuff, so now you visually can see these things. But everything that's happening, this is the Bender plan, you know, for white society to maintain dominant white society and white privilege. This has been the structure. And everything is going according to plan, and up until maybe recently. And this might be part of the plan too. Tear this down to create something new, because that's what happens. Oh, my bad, Ralph. But that's what happens when you tear something down. It's normally to build something new. This might not be able to run any further. You know what I'm saying? Like we've got to the point to where, like we went from slavery to Jim Crow. To school, to prison pipeline, like all of this stuff has been, it's all about money. Everything that's done has been about money. Go ahead, Ralph. I know you want to jump in.
George Lloyd threw a monkey wrench in the plan.
Floyd,
excuse me.
Always want a day. Always want a show,
George
baby.
Lloyd played basketball.
He caught him.
Yeah, right. Corona had us under control, for sort of, kind of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe not exactly where we stay at, but it's some places where they was at the legislature, at the state buildings and shit with guns and shit, trying to, just to go outside.
I need a haircut.
Right. Like that had us controlled. So they was doing whatever the fuck they needed to do, money wise, people wise. They was doing it. They was breaking it all down. But like Flex say, to build something new.
And you saw construction
New
quickly.
But new might not have been in the favor of the people, of the poor people.
Right.
Of the I don't even know if it's a middle class any damn word. So it wasn't for that. It was for the rich to figure out a way to do more, to bring us all the way back down.
Reset button.
Right.
Reset
And start it all over.
Yep.
George, I don't want to get his name wrong.
Floyd. Right.
Floyd.
Yeah, that's why.
They didn't see that happen. So now you don't hear too much. You hear Corona, but you hear it in the Corona report. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to figure out a way to. You got to let people go now. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have time for Corona now.
Right.
Because everything is in an uproar. So now we got to figure out a way to let people get outside and do their thing, because now they destroying shit for justice.
Right.
So it's go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
No. I want you to finish though.
It's a thing of the world is, I think, in chaos right now, because the rich didn't have this. They just wasn't on their plan. So now they, back to what we were saying earlier, they trying to figure out a way to calm the Negro down before they tear up everything, because it's costing them money.
Money is definitely being lost.
Yeah.
Question I have, because I'm glad you brought Corona up in all of this, and I'm it's actually a 2-part question. So, had Corona not been in effect and us not been sitting still, would this have gotten the attention it deserved in order for us to make effective change? Because these type of things, we've been going through this since Emmett Till, and probably long before that. I don't want to disrespect anybody else. So you know what I'm saying? So is like Corona, do we owe Corona some thanks actually for having us sitting still enough to be like, you know what, man? I'm tired of sitting in the house and I'm tired of getting beat on. Yeah. I'm going to the streets.
It was real inconvenient for the other side that everybody was at home right now.
Because everybody saw it.
Absolutely.
You couldn't see it. Yeah. Everybody, you have to sit in the house to see this.
Because it wasn't nothing that you had to hear about.
Right.
You was at the house, so it was right there.
Part 2 of the question?
Well, let me. I want to not attack, but I want to address that first part. I like to jump on stuff. Like a little monkey. I like to jump on stuff.
Right.
But the thing is that with that first part, the Corona did create that space for it to be a microscope on what was happening. Now, what I also don't like is the media, they continuously play these videos. Facebook continues to play these videos of us being gunned down and killed. And what that does is it desensitizes the human to seeing us being killed. That's not something you should be used to seeing. So it got to the point to where it's being played all the time. It's on repeat. We get all of these things. So it's just like another day, or another brother got killed, another cop killed another, gunless black guy. And so it's desensitized. And so then everybody's just like, oh, that's what it is. And they don't take the attention or the action to say we need to do something about it, because now it's just like it's the norm. It's the norm, and that sucks. But Corona definitely did put a light on that, because nothing else was going on.
What's any different from what's happening right now to what we've seen on the news for the past 42 years? Because on the news, all they show is us being killed or murdered or
on the news,
they used to tell it to us.
Right.
Like,
it was a word. It was a word and a picture. Now we have video of it. So let me ask you this. Exactly.
You should be outraged.
But I don't want you to get used to seeing that. That's what I'm saying. So if I desensitize you to that, then it's normal. That should not be normal.
Let me ask you. I'm gonna tell you a story.
And you have to react.
I think it had to be seen though, because it don't exist if it don't happen.
I'm gonna ask a question.
You can't even have a video if it don't happen, but it happened.
I'm gonna ask a question to people at this panel.
It's a panel?
Yeah, it's a panel, man. This is what we doing. Wow.
This soundproof hunger room.
I just graduated from guest.
My apologies.
This is soundproof hunger room. This ain't
for the people. on the soundproof hunger room.
Thank you.
Like, is this the first time that you've witnessed death of a black man up close?
Nope.
Recently. I know I was 14.
Yeah, nope.
First time. Like, I had a classmate on a bus.
When you say up close, you mean because we saw it on video?
That's what I mean. Yeah, like
on the video.
Yeah, like
Did anybody see the Tamir Rice video, the Jordan Crawford video?
Oh, even before the videos was coming out.
Yeah.
Like, cause I grew up in an era before cell phones.
Right.
Like we all did.
Right.
But all of us have witnessed this type of stuff, and we've seen police like kind of sweep stuff under the rug.
Right.
We've all seen this.
Well, and
So I don't. And just give me 1 second. Not to. And I understand what you're saying. I don't want to desensitize it, but to us, it is our norm. That's what we are trying to break, in my opinion.
Right. That's the
is
problem.
the norm. We need to create a new norm where this shit is unacceptable.
Right. Exactly. You
So that's why I asked that.
You broke it down exactly. We agree. Finally, we agree.
in Sean's defense, I think when they used to put it out there of a police shooting or something, they portrayed us as the
criminal.
Yeah. And you didn't care.
You're a beast.
You didn't care that
the police ain't nothing but an upgraded slave patrol.
Yeah, now you find out.
What's the difference?
Trayvon just had Skittles, and Tamir had a fake gun, and Jordan Crawford had a fake gun from Walmart.
Right.
And Rayshard Brooks was asleep at Wendy's.
And Emmett Till, the lady comes out on her deathbed and said, no, that's not how it happened. She done lived a whole life.
Sandra Bland was smoking a cigarette.
You know what I mean? Eric Gardner was selling Lucy's.
Come on.
Come on, man. Like, this is what it is. Down in that was Baton Rouge, right? Did y'all see where Baton Rouge? Did y'all see my man who just blew up on the whole council down there?
Oh yeah, he went in.
Yo,
he went in.
Blazed
He went in.
That is what we are trying to.
She had to get up out of there.
Connie.
She had to get up out of there.
Connie, you over there shopping.
She's shopping online.
Connie.
While we talking about systemic racism.
Let me throw something in there. White friends.
Talk to him.
Okay.
Talk to him.
What you got for your white friends?
No, what I'm saying is obvious we have them. I play. Good question. Hey, that's why I threw that out there.
Speak on your white friends.
Yeah,
See,
please,
when I
sir,
said white
please.
friends, everybody over there said, speak on them.
Speak on them.
My question is, I mean, you know, in baseball, softball, come on now. You going to come
What about in real life? I'm talking about your white friends in real life.
Do I hang with any?
What do you consider a friend?
Okay, good question. And that's why I was going with that. Because the ones we've been considering friends are probably associates.
I understand that.
I mean, yeah.
So
I don't
even in that, how do we get them to understand shots not fired at you per se, but if you're not.
Go ahead. I got this next.
That's how I put it out there.
Whatever's left, I'm going to
Yeah, go ahead.
I put it out there.
I just got one thing to say real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to say my one line, and then y'all can go and do
So if the shots are not at you per se, but you still want to ride the fence, I don't think that's the time for you to be riding the fence.
Right.
Because we looking for people in this movement to pick sides to go forward, because we need to know who we shooting at right now, not physically, but you know what I'm talking about. Like
where you at?
That has been the gap. You know who the
pick a side and stay there.
You know who the Klan member is,
And that's it.
You know who the pro-black person is. But that white person that was playing your friend but still didn't tell you that, hey, they plotting on you, or I'm going to tell you why you didn't get the job, or I'm going to tell you why your kids can't come on this side, or you know, or we're going to stand on this side of the fence with you.
Right.
It's time for them to pick sides now.
Okay.
The 18th.
Ralph,
Deep in thought.
White friends.
come with it.
I don't have any.
I already know that.
It is not a thing of I wasn't open to it. I'm a lot to handle as a black man, I guess. And if what they said, the shoe foot put it on, so they might have got offended over the years, and so they decided to, go the separate way. No problem. This whole what they feel, I don't care what they feel. I guess I just don't care. This is what the fight is. This all I'm concentrating on. Cause you might say something like what's his name, Drew Brees, and not knowing what the fuck you talking about,
offended everyone,
and get punched in the face.
Right.
So is there a right thing or a wrong thing for a white person to say? I don't even care.
Oh man.
I don't have it in me, Mike, to even care. I can name, like how they can name the black friends they got. I had 2 coming up: Joey Craig, Sean McNulty. Only what I consider friends now. I know a lot of white people,
Right.
but these were friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a little different. I'm not scoping my fucking Facebook looking for what they saying. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Cause if you my friend, I don't have to tell you
You lived it.
this ain't got shit to do with you. I ain't got to do that. Cause I'm gonna be me all day. So you gonna know where I'm coming from. If you get offended, obviously you part of the problem.
That's right.
Tell them again, Ralph.
I mean, that's just real though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see black people, they worried about what the white friends say. That's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about what they think. Get the job done. Then they gonna fall in line or they gonna fall the fuck off. One or the other. We got a job to do. Get right. Oh yeah, this big. This would not be the one. You know what I'm saying?
Bombs
Right.
exclusive.
But
Only F
But
bombs.
that's just real though.
Yeah.
We don't have time to worry about what the others doing or how they feel.
My bad, bro.
We gotta get us as a black culture together to get better, to move forward with a plan so we can stop all this nonsense.
All right.
So if my white homeboy whatever feel like he can't do that, that's cool. I don't care, cause I got other shit to do.
Right.
I don't have time to worry about how you feel. It's black people out here, dog. Let's be clear now. It's black people out here that don't feel the same way we do.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Do you feel the Brooks shooting was justified from the police side? Because a lot of black people feel like the police were justified in shooting that guy.
Have you talked to a lot of black people, or you just heard some shit?
I don't know.
Listen.
I haven't seen too many
I've
that
seen a lot
justified
of
it.
people
Yeah,
Posting about it.
cause you know what they
on
say.
the side of the police.
I seen
saying
that shit too.
He shouldn't have been drunk. He know what he was doing.
You know what
you
that
shoot
is,
the taser at the police. You know what's gonna happen. Come on.
Okay, I got
That's the talk. That's
Okay.
the talk.
Yeah,
Sean,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
talk
about
I
it.
gotta
Go
no, no.
ahead,
I
Sean.
gotta get on that. No, the killing was not justified.
Thank you.
Now, me honestly, so what happens in these situations? I put myself in these situations, and if I go somewhere and I'm drunk and I'm driving and I fell asleep, number one, it was fucked up that the people in Wendy's on University in Atlanta didn't go out there and tap his window and say, "Hey man, pull over and get out the way." That was the messed up part.
They might. If you go,
No, they called the police. They just called the police.
I think they did go out there. I think they did.
But they called the police though. At the end, they called the police.
That's how the lady knew he was
I thought-
intoxicated, right? Because she couldn't wake him up. Yeah, she couldn't wake him up, right?
So, to me, that in itself
I know.
was the mistake number
You
one.
know what I blame?
Number
Whoever
two.
took so long making double stacks that this man had to go to sleep
This guy.
in the damn line. See,
Look, them lines be crazy at the end. At 11 o'clock at night, them lines,
Just keep the meat
them
coming.
lines be long.
Keep the meat
I want you to
coming.
drive by
Nobody
Popeyes
dies
at 11
at night.
o'clock at night. Drive by Popeyes at 11 o'clock at night and see that line.
Dude.
Everybody
Oh,
hungry.
they
You just need
crazy. I'm
somebody on
telling
double
you.
And
stacks,
they've been drinking.
I'm
somebody
telling you.
Bacon
On the
Maters,
weekend,
somebody on fries.
On the
Keep it
weekend,
moving.
I'm telling you. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's number one. Number two, me personally, I put myself in these situations. If I know I'm in the wrong for something, I'm going to take whatever I got to take at that time. You know why? Because especially in the climate of what things are now, I want to wake up tomorrow, whether it's in jail or whether it's in my house or whether it's in my car in the parking lot. I want to wake up tomorrow. So I'm not finna go against this cop whether he right or wrong. I'm not finna fight him because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be on the losing end. And I think that's what the only people I know. Now, I've never seen somebody advocate that it was okay, but I saw a lot of people that fought. You did?
I've seen a lot.
I've seen a lot of people that fought
And the
that
white
said
people
he
are
shouldn't have been.
advocate. They avid about it.
Yeah,
They-
now that was just dumb. But
I'm talking
as
black
far as
people.
the him just kind of fighting and all of that,
I got him on my post saying, "Hey, he shouldn't have been drinking and driving. First of all."
But that don't mean you need to be killed.
Can I just ask a question to the people who feel like he shouldn't have been drinking and driving? Okay, he was wrong for drinking and driving, but are you the arresting officer or are you the judge, jury, and executioner?
The officer.
So if you're just an officer, then all you got to do is the officer's job.
That's it. Hand him over.
You understand what I'm saying? So let the system work everything else out. You know, even like, and you're right. Black people we are some of our worst enemies at times. And I'm not saying I understand where you're trying to go with it, but this officer had no right to shoot him in his back. He posed no threat to you personally.
Right.
If somebody kick in my door and I come pump the shotgun and they run out the door and I shoot them and they in the back, they're gonna come arrest me. Hold white cops, black cops, all cops to these same standards that you hold me.
Exactly.
And being scared for somebody breaking in my home.
Exactly.
Hold them accountable the same way you hold me.
Right.
Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Right.
Saddam Hussein was wanted for war crimes, killing hundreds of his own people.
What the fuck is this?
They escorted the dude to trial, air-conditioned trial. He made it to trial. How you make it to trial?
Right.
You know why?
How you don't shoot Saddam Hussein on sight?
Who is America to hold anybody else morally?
Yeah,
He went to trial.
we really had to take that. That's
come
a whole
on, man.
nother show.
You not even.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother show.
For a different show.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother thing.
This man just DUI, and from what I heard, he got a prior record of.
Yeah, that it has absolutely. Unless he had a warrant.
It feeds into why he ran, though, you know. But like I said, hey, you still supposed to let this man run, collapse. He drunk. He gonna fall over at some point.
You can't outrun a drunk.
Set up a perimeter. Hey, do what you need to do.
Yo, such and such. Come meet him at such and such Parkway.
That's right.
Pull up.
And it was two.
Let's start with that. You already couldn't handle it.
That's part of the problem too, man. Y'all not even trained to handle these situations, man. Yeah. And I see first of all, you scared of the people that you policing.
Absolutely.
You was a sucker your whole life. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna call him?
That's real.
It's the honest truth, though. I just want
no. And what I mean, and listen, like I said, man, like listen. You have to start being held accountable for your own actions. If you want to hold the community accountable, then we got to be able to hold you accountable.
That's right.
Right.
Period.
Yes,
like
sir.
all of us, I don't want to speak for everybody. I know as a child, growing up, hitting stores, walking to the community stores, and cops come pulling up on you for no reason, questioning you. What you want, man? Get away from me.
Right. What do you want?
Like, what's the problem?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they get all tough with you. So here you are, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
They want to push their weight around.
Right.
On a little kid.
Dealing with grown men.
Right.
And they waiting on you to do the wrong thing so they can get a strike.
Pounce on you. Yep.
Yeah, what is that? The bodega?
You know what I mean?
We don't have
no, we don't have. Well, actually, we do got a couple of bodegas. We got corner stores.
Yeah, we call them corner stores. We call them corner stores.
Shout out to the west side of Buffalo.
Yeah, we call them corner stores.
Yeah, we call them corner stores too. But you know, some of the Spanish joints on the other side of town, they bodegas.
Hey, it's a spot called a bodega on there.
Word.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a spot called a bodega.
Oh yeah, we coming here too, man. Taking over Atlanta, man.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother.
Let me say it right.
That's a Atlanta.
Hold on.
No tease.
Nature Boy was on here. You agreed with it.
With what? Agree with what?
What he just said.
Atlanta? Oh, them taking over.
The culture has changed.
We come.
Oh, it has, but I don't like it.
You ain't gotta like it.
I don't like it.
Move. Ain't that what they tell us?
That's what they tell me. They always tell me to go home.
Get out of here. Hey, what we say? You flew here. We grew here.
We grew here. Oh man, I love it.
Oh, man.
I love it. Yo, crazy.
People, wake up. Wake up out there.
That's right.
Do something. Don't sit back and watch. Get out there. Be active. You know what I mean? It don't always have to be right down the front line, but do something to support somebody you see that's out there doing something. Do something, man. Just don't sit back. These times right now is real heavy, and it's going to bring some change, but we got to believe in ourselves, and we got to pull together and move in solidarity in order to make that happen. So, on that note,
What you got?
Yeah.
Hey, while I'm up here, man, let me just give a quick shout out to the people who outfitted me today at Car Miami. My girl Evelyn, thank you. She gave me the bracelet. I got the chain. My man Nasir gave me the piece. Always get that black business, man. And Cara Delights, man. All your African-made apparel, man. You can get everything there, man.
What's it? Give it to us again.
And on caradelights.com.
Okay, we like that. Mike, how you feel, baby?
Hey,
You did your thing now. I'm going to tell you.
live in the moment with
You that little sniper, but you did your thing.
That's right.
He held it down.
He did his thing.
I knew who I was up here with.
Mike held it down.
He did his
for
thing.
real, man.
Big Ralph, I already knew it. And then y'all sent me by Ralph. Come on, man. I appreciate
that
it,
side
though.
over there, man. They was ready today, wasn't they?
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did, man.
it.
Yeah, he did. That's why I got him in here.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to put him on the spot, though. Ralph's like, what? Mike? That dude crazy. I said, I'm going to bring him anyway.
Yo, I call him Mr. Robinson.
We inbox each other a lot on the same side.
Yo, when he be on Facebook, man, Inferno, man.
Yeah, always.
Inferno.
Always. Not just Facebook, in real life. too.
That's how you get gold. It got to go through the fire.
I got you.
What we got, 18?
Yo, man, we just had a good show, man. We built, and this was needed everywhere to build. Maybe we can come up with something out of this, man, and move it this here and there. And the next thing you know, man, it's bigger than we ever would think it would be.
Right.
Take off.
Crespo, we got a new light skin in the building, man.
Hey,
Y'all follow my boy now. Follow my boy.
team light skin, baby.
Afrorican.
Follow my boy.
And boom, 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 boom.
Hey, put 'em up.
Crespo, if he'd have did the intro, you'd have been out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate the support, man. Y'all come back,
Thank y'all
see
for
us
having me,
again.
too.
Two fingers together, peace.
Yes, indeed.
A-Town down.